What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Weekend Diecast. This is my first ever Mercedes AMG GT3 model because I buy most of the cars from Mini GT and Pop Race, and none of them has released any AMG GT3 model. Although I've seen Mini GT show some prototypes of this car in one of the Expo event. I couldn't remember which one it is, so I'm looking forward to that. I do know that Tarmac Works has a lot of AMG GT3 liveries out there already, but most of the time just cannot justify their price. So they have this AMG in Global 64 and Hobby 64, right? The Global 64, okay, that's affordable, but the whole line just trash. I cannot find a single one that is not a toy looking. But Hobby 64 is like $20 minimum, and they don't have, most of their castings does not come with metal base, and their wheels are not rollable. It's very stiff, so can barely move. So what's up with that, Tarmac Works? I mean, well, enough of the rant, so let's start looking at this model, shall we? It's very interesting livery. I don't know if you guys know this. This is the livery of the vintage TV thing. It's their what is it called? What is it called? Like a TV signal card. Is this when you channel lost signal and the TV just showing this kind of image here? I'll just post an image here. So yeah, it's based off that idea. So it's very interesting livery. And let's take this out of the box. So it has the interesting base and the back wall combination showing part of the track, I believe. Oh, this is not car. It just painted on back of the package. So I thought this is a car. Usually they put a car in there. And this one is Mercedes AMG GT3 Bathurst 12 hours 2025. Let's take the acrylic box off. Very matte finished base, and showing the race and the team, group hem racing team, and the three drivers' name. Let's take this off the base. Here it is. Oh, by the way, guys, this is wrong. Right off the bat, the naming's wrong. This is not AMG GT3. This is GT3 EVO Evolution. Why is that? Because it's quite obvious. So this is what, 2025 model? So Mercedes does not use GT3 anymore since 2020. They updated to GT3 EVO in 2020. So this is GT3 EVO. Also, you can tell that by looking at the canards here. In GT3 EVO, they updated from two small canards to this one single bigger blade right here. And also, you can tell the front grille is way larger than the first generation of the GT3. And also, you can tell from the rear wing uprights here. So the uprights right now is like S shape, right, connected to the trunk here. The GT3, the normal one, is just the regular braces. It does not have this complicated structure here. And by the way, this braces looks beautiful. This is one of the reason I buy Tarmac Works, because they know how to make this braces, wing braces. This is amazing here. But other than that, I can tell that this is plastic because the whole thing is very light in my hand. I guess, yeah, it just bothers me a lot actually. And as I said before, it does not roll itself. Very stiff. Okay, enough of that. Let's take a closer look. So this car, the painting, or I want to say the whole car is wrapped in one single decal. You can tell that the whole thing is just one decal. It does not have any of the bumps for the individual smaller decals. And that, I guess that's a good thing. That's a good thing right here. At the front, I already said about it. The front grille is larger than the normal GT3, and this one is actually see-through. You can see it through the front grille and looking at the radiators inside, right? That's pretty good job, I would say. Yeah, shout out to Tarmac Works. Get that thing done very well. And look at that. That's like a toe strap. Also, Tarmac Works know how to make toe straps. That's another good thing about that. One at front, there should be a one in the back usually. Usually one in the back. This thing right here. See this little thin piece? They know how to do that, but they don't know how to make a metal base. Can you believe that, guys? Alright, so the headlights, you can see the light bulb structures inside. Well done. And single canards on each side. I just really don't like the plastic base, because the front splitter is one piece with the base, right? So the splitter is plastic too. So it's very very bad feeling right here, and no carbon fiber whatsoever. So there's that. Here is the radiator air vent. Again, this air vent, there should be a fan on top of the vent, but they just did skip that, I guess. In some of the Audi R8 made by Tarmac Works, they drop the fan on top of the radiator air vent, but not this guy. And a lot of good stuff. You can see those panel locks. That's very nice. And this emergency plug right here. You know, you plug that to shut all the powers and stuff. Air intake, or one of them should be air intake for the driver, and the other one is just the like the air vent for the hot air. So yeah, that looks good. Crazy livery here. Look at how colorful. There's like a rainbow theme right here. Looks good. Looks good. And the wheel, beautiful spoke. Just a solid black color, and rubber tire with the tire print. And it does have the braking details inside, the caliper and the disc. And the tire is a little, see the flat space here? I don't know why they have to screw this car on the base so hard. It created this flat spot on all four wheels. I just don't like this. Just relax, guys. Guys, relax on your screwdrivers, right? Take it easy. And on the side, I like this beautiful aerodynamic kit right here. The air vent here is very deep, and they cut it really deep right here. So that's beautiful. Although these like air vent for the turbulence of the wheels are not hollowed. I don't think any of the 64 scales car have those things cut it out, like carved out. Let's see which brand is the first brand that make this thing right? Here, exhaust pipe here, beautiful made right here. And this is naturally aspirated V8 engine. So 2 exhaust pipes, one on each side, one control of the like 4 cylinders, right? Alright, here is the number 888. This is a very good number in China. Number 8, pronounced as Ba in Chinese, and get rich in Chinese is Fa means you get rich. So this number is rich. Yeah, good number right here. This team, I think, is like a Hong Kong team, right? I think this is a Hong Kong team. So I believe they chose this number for a reason. For some reason, right? And this is their pro class. And alright, let's see what else. AMG details everywhere. And 2 windshield wipers. Alright, the ears are different colors. One is like a fluorescent green, the other is just pink. And the windows does not have those acrylic rivets. This is the gas cap. Should be down 2 sides. So I assume the pit stop should be on this side, should be on the left side. So only the left hand side of the gas caps are open or available to ready for the quick fuel. The other one just shut right here. That's my I think this is it. And more aero units here and there. Good amount of detail here. Number 888 again. Tail lights are acrylic pieces. Beautiful. Oh, and also this aero like air outlets here prove that this is EVO as well, because the normal GT3 does not have this big of a like air unit. So look at the huge diffuser here. The diffuser even had this rainbow color around it, so that's fun, very interesting, and nicely executed by Tarmac work. This side, I want to mention about this braces here. It just, again, this is one of my reason buying Tarmac works. They even have this braces adjusting, like a wing adjusting gear thing right here. So you can, in the rear car, you can slide this thing down, and that's the joint right here. You can slide this thing up and down to adjust the angle of the wing. So they even got that thing right. Amazing. This side, just the same thing at the other side. So on top, you can see the emergency exit window here, or door here, with the antenna. Another good thing about Tarmac works, they usually put a very thin antenna here, and this one looks like it's made of metal. Yeah. Can I open it? I don't think so. Can I? Oh, maybe. Maybe we can take a look inside. I didn't see that a screw is hiding like under here, so let's open this thing. Oh, it's fairly loose. This screw is fairly loose. Ooh, gotta be careful for this pin. Here we are. Moment of truth. Do we have a moment of truth here? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is awkward. I cannot get this open. Well, yeah, I cannot. Oops. Yeah, something in the middle. It looks like it's glued in. Well, now I cannot put this. Okay. Okay, let me give it one more try. One more try, guys. Alright, I gave up. And inside looks like they have the roll cage in silver. Is it in silver? Yeah, it's in silver. And yeah, it does not have a lot of colors inside, so probably nothing impressive. So here it is. Hope you guys liked the video. Oh, whoa, it's rollable now. After I take the screws off, it rolls pretty well now. Well, I hope you guys liked the video, and subscribe. I do a lot of 64 scale diecast reviews, and most of the time I'm able to take the base off to see what's inside, but not this time. So I'll see you guys in the next one.